Hi guys, I'm here today with a review video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the 5 main K-pop sites and I'm going to give you a review of my experiences with them. And I mean, I've been buying K-pop for it'll be 5 years now this year. 5 years I have bought from various places and tried things out. I am not including eBay in here because obviously eBay is a huge platform with multiple different sellers, and that includes like private sellers and business sellers, but I'm just going to go through them. So I have Kpoptown, Kpopmart, Ktown for You, CatchopCD and YesAsia. So I'm going to go through them one by one and I'm going to give them a rating out of 5 stars and just talk a bit about, like I said, my experience with ordering from each of these sites. So starting off with Kpoptown, not my favourite. So the rating I have for Kpoptown is 2 stars. Kpoptown was actually the first online K-pop specific shop that I bought from, and at the time I thought it was great, but I don't know if it's just that was my naivety back then, or whether they just really have gotten worse over the years, I guess. But so Kpoptown, their prices are okay. They're not the most expensive, but they're also not the cheapest. One big plus I find about Kpoptown, and I'm speaking as someone who lives in the UK, so this obviously is not applicable for everyone because others, particularly if you live in the United States, this doesn't affect you at all because most places they do charge in USD anyway, but you can actually pay on Kpoptown with British pound, which I know some people might be a bit confused by that, but because like there is Kpopmart, which offers to show you the prices in pounds. However, that is just that. It shows you the price in pounds on Kpopmart, but once you click through to PayPal, you're actually paying in US dollars. So it's happened many a time that I have seen like, okay, well it's going to be like £30 or something, and then once I've clicked through to PayPal, it's like £34. And you ask why, and that is just because of the exchange rate. It's always fluctuating. Sometimes it can go in your favor and you end up paying less than what you're quoted for, but that's only happened to me maybe like twice. Mostly it's always on the other side, like I'm having to pay more. So with Kpoptown, when it shows you the price in pounds, once you click through to PayPal, that is the final price that you are going to be paying. So that's one of the good things, probably one of the only good things, just saying. Packaging wise, they can be a bit of a hit or a miss. I wouldn't say their packaging is not my favourite. They favour to use these like polystyrene pieces, which they're okay, but I just feel like they lack a bit on bubble wrap. Bubble wrap's a great thing, and they should utilise it a bit more. Their customer service, no, not a fan. If you would have seen my earlier video, I did it like, I think last week when I got my package from them. So the deal with this package, I had pre-ordered something. I'm not going to go into too much detail, otherwise this will be a very long video yet again, although probably will be anyway. But so I pre-ordered something in January. It was meant to come out on the 10th of February, and like maybe a week after, so like around about the 17th or 18th, I emailed them because I was like, why hasn't this been shipped out yet? And they replied to me and said that they didn't have stock in, and it would be on the 29th of February that I could get something sent out. And I'm like, how is that even possible? This was a pre-order. It was meant to come in on the 10th, which the more that I think about it, I'm sure they moved the date forward again. I'm pretty sure it was like the beginning of February that they were meant to get the stock in. But so yeah, and obviously I was not happy with that. And I basically told them that I was really not impressed with the way that they had handled that. Like, they didn't even send an email or anything to let me know. Instead, I had to chase them up. And I told them, like, if this is the case, then I will think about cancelling my order. And then they emailed me back. Oh, we can manage to get it out to you after the weekend. Because at this point, this was a Thursday, I think. And yeah, it was a Thursday, and I said, well, if it's after the weekend, like tomorrow's Friday, can you not just ship it out tomorrow? And I asked them nicely, I was like, please, I would really appreciate if you could ship it out tomorrow. And I basically told them, if you can't ship it out tomorrow, then I will, like, I want to cancel my order. And they proceeded to just ignore my emails, and they didn't get in touch with me. And on the Monday, they just shipped it out like as if nothing had happened, despite knowing that I wasn't happy and I did mention wanting to cancel my order. So that is just a really, really big no-no for me. Like, you don't do that. And there's also been, like, I've seen numerous people comment on Kpoptown. They have like a review system, so when you buy something you can leave like a review of it. And I've heard that when they get bad reviews, they actually delete them. Which, what is the point in having a review system if that is what you're going to do? You've got to take the good with the bad and vice versa. So yeah, that's my deal with Kpoptown. As I said, I probably won't use them for a very long time. No, just not my favourite. So next we have Kpopmart. Kpopmart used to be my go-to place. Used to be, because they just got really too expensive. I have given Kpopmart 3 stars. It would have been 3.5, but with recent going-ons, recent things that have happened and speculation over them, and also just like an experience that I had before Christmas, I'm just not all that impressed with them anymore. They have similar prices to Kpoptown. However, their shipping is just really, really expensive. Can be really expensive. Like, it's that expensive that sometimes we're talking like about a $20 or $30 difference between buying from Kpopmart and somewhere else. In saying that, their packaging is great. I think probably the best that you can get, in my opinion. Like, they always ship in boxes. They always use plenty of bubble wrap. They tape things down to the box and to other items, which like kind of prevents them moving around, which is really good. They ship the poster tube and the albums together, which, you know, it can be a pain. And there have been times where, especially early on, like ordering from eBay, when they ship the tube and the parcel separate, you know, it's a bit of a bummer when the tube arrives before the actual album. Or there has been times where my poster tube has been lost. So getting them sent out together, that is a good thing. They also send you a photo of it once everything's been packed up. And yeah, so their packaging is really good. They have a good selection of items on their website. The same as Kpopmart, actually. I forgot to mention that. They do have a good variety. Like, so you get like albums, DVDs, merchandise, cosmetics, and even like some kind of everyday things. Their customer service is so. I'm not all that impressed with them. I just don't find them very helpful at all. And I just feel like recently Kpopmart has really gone down the drain. Like I said, they used to be my go-to place. I loved ordering from them. But recently I'm just... No. The problem that I had with them before Christmas is similar to the problem I had with Kpoptown. I had pre-ordered BTS's Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2. And we were like about a week and a half after the release date, and they still hadn't shipped out my albums. And I emailed them about it, and basically they told me it might get sent out next week, but the reason why it's taken so long is because we're doing them in order like the order that we received. So like first come, first serve kind of thing. And also because it's before Christmas, so we're really busy. And I'm just like, that just did not make sense to me, because I feel like if you cannot handle the demand, then you shouldn't offer that much stock. And it's a very, very simple solution to your problem, and that would be to hire more staff. A lot of people do it, particularly over the Christmas period. They get so many places getting Christmas temps because they know it's going to be busy. So you are also a company. Why should you be any different? Because it is affecting your customers and the service that they are getting. And, you know, it was even the fact they were like to me, oh, it might get shipped out. No, this is what they said. It might get shipped out by the end of the week, and if not, it'll be next week. And I'm just kind of like, what was the point of me pre-ordering it if that's going to be the case? Because when I pre-order something, I'm pre-ordering it for two reasons. One, so I can get it ASAP. And two, so that it won't go out of print, like just in case. I mean, it rarely happens, particularly with albums, but yes, I just wasn't impressed with them at all. And like I said, there has been recent goings on, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but there has been like some speculation about them. And I say speculation because nothing's been proven, and I don't want to tarnish their name in that sense. But if you want to read up about it, because there has been more than one person that's kind of said this thing, I will leave a link to the girl's Twitter below, and you can check that out for yourself and decipher for yourself. So that is Kpopmart with 3 stars, and I've put this face as like a face because it's like not a positive 3 stars for me. Like I said, this place used to be my go-to place, but not anymore. Oh, another positive thing I had to say about Kpopmart is that their stuff gets to me really quickly. Usually I'm waiting like maximum a week and a half, and I've been ordering from them since like 2013, or was it 2012? I think 2013. But yeah, and it always gets to me within a week and a half. Next we have K-Time For You. And for K-Time For You, I have given them 4 stars. I really like K-Time For You. They have lots of choice. Lots and lots of choice. And they have really good prices as well. And good shipping prices too. And they have like 5 or 6 different options for shipping, which is really quite good, because if you can't afford maybe one, then you can go for the one lower down, or you know, if you say, well, this one will get to me like a little bit faster and it's only maybe like $7 difference or something, then it could be worth it for you. So that's another really positive thing for them. What I also really like is that they have free posters, and they do actually have free posters, not like Kpopmart. The qualm that I have with Kpopmart is that they say to you that you get a free poster, but their disclaimer is that you have to pay for the shipping of the tube. Now, the poster in itself is obviously not going to weigh a lot, and the same with the tube. We're not talking that it's going to be like a massive difference to your package. Yet, it can usually bump up your package, like your order, by quite a bit. Whereas K-Time For You, although it would be like limited stock, but they do offer you free posters, and they are of course folded, and they are free. Kpopmart, they could offer you free folded posters, but they don't. They only give you the option to get them in a tube. So, yeah. What I don't like about K-Time For You is I don't think that their website is the easiest to navigate, particularly if you've never ordered from there before. It's a bit of a complicated process. Well, actually, it's not that complicated, but like I said, you know, if you're a new buyer, it could be a lot more straightforward. Let's just put it that way. With the whole like saving and cart and things like that. And another thing that I do not like is that they do not give you any email confirmations about payment or when it's being shipped out. Nothing like that, which is really strange. They are the only site, I think, out of the 5 that I'm talking about that don't do that, and I don't understand why. They also have albums go out of stock very frequently, but at the same time, I don't think I can put that as a negative thing, because as quickly as they go out of stock, they do restock them. And I heard that if you email them asking them to get an album back in stock, they will do it. And recently I've noticed like there's a corner, I think on the homepage, and you can check like albums that are out of stock and they'll be coming back into stock kind of thing. So there's that. Their customer service I haven't had very much experience with. I've only emailed them once very recently and I wasn't very impressed. It wasn't that they were rude or didn't answer my question or anything like that, but it was just very like blunt. Yeah, compared to other customer service, which is, yeah, you'll see. But yeah, so I gave K-Town for You 4 stars. Their packaging as well is really quite good. I noticed recently, I was very impressed with my most recent package. It was really, really packaged well. And it got to me really quickly too. It got to me within 6 days, and that was over a weekend as well. So that was really, really fast. And I don't even think I paid. It wasn't like EMS or anything. I think it was the parcel post. So it came with tracking, and it got here really, really fast. So that's a really positive thing. And yeah, so that's K-Town for You. And next we have CatchopCD. And with CatchopCD, I have given them 5. Yeah, I just think CatchopCD they're worth these 5 stars times 10. Honestly, they are just, I've never experienced anything quite like them. I just think that they tick all the boxes. They have really great packaging, and they don't always send in a box. They also send in bubble mailers, particularly when you've got like maybe just one album. But I have noticed that they take into consideration what kind of album it is. Like recently I bought Winners Spring Summer 2014 for my friend's birthday. And that came to me in a bubble mailer, but it was wrapped so well, like tons of bubble wrap in it, and then in a bubble mailer. And that was fine. But with my giveaway winner, Neela, she got the BTS School Love Affair, and if people know the album, you know it's quite a big and heavy album, and they sent that in a box. And I guess because they take these kind of things into consideration, because it's a heavier album and maybe it wouldn't fare well in a bubble mailer, so they sent that in a box. So they've got really, really great packaging. I was really impressed, and they get to me really quickly too. We're talking roughly the same as Kpopmart. Maximum I'm waiting like a week and a half. I made an order from them almost 2 weeks ago now. 2 weeks tomorrow. For Taemin's albums, and it actually got here at the beginning of the week. It got here on Monday, but I wasn't in, and I don't have time to go and pick it up from the post office. Hopefully I can get it tomorrow, if I wake up early enough. But yeah, so it does get to me really quickly, and their customer service is amazing. Honestly, I cannot big it up enough. They are so quick with their responses and so kind and helpful. So originally I was going to get all 4 copies of Taemin's album. So I emailed them and I asked them, like if I bought all 4 all four, if I bought 4 copies, would you give me all 4 of the different covers? And they said to me that they didn't have one of the covers in stock, but they'd be getting more stock the next again day. So I said to them, okay, well, I'll just hold off and I'll wait until you get this more stock and we'll see if... And they said to me, like, I cannot guarantee that we would get this specific cover in. But I said, okay, well, I'll just wait anyway and we'll see. But I had also said to them that I wanted to buy the BTS DVD, which they were the only place at the time that had it, since they don't do pre-orders. So they had stock in, and what they have is what they have. And I told them, I was like, okay, well, I'll wait until tomorrow, but I do want to get the BTS DVD too. Is there like a lot in stock? And they told me, well, there's not a lot, but I don't think it'll go out of stock by tomorrow. And I asked them if they would consider keeping one back for me, because whether they had all the Taemin albums or not, I was still going to buy the DVD from them regardless, because they were the only place that had it. And they were like, yeah, sure, okay, we'll keep a copy back for you. So that was great. And then, you know, like the next day I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll need to go and I'll email CatchopCD and see about the stock. But check my emails and they've already sent me an email to let me know, hey, we do have all the covers in stock now. And I'm like, guys, I love you. I love you. But then, like, money troubles. I realised I didn't have enough to get all 4. So I ended up getting 3 versions and then the BTS DVD. And I told them, and they were like, yeah, sure, just leave it in the comments, like, what you want. And my order was processed and shipped out on the same freaking day. Can everyone just, like, Kpoptown, Kpopmart, K-Town for you, YesAsia, whoever, take note. Paid for, processed, shipped out in the same day. And this was a Friday. So it would have been even like going into like a Saturday in Korea time. Oh my. Their customer service. Oh, warms my heart. They have the best prices, I think. You cannot argue with their prices, both when it comes to shipping and the item prices. They always seem to be the cheapest place for anything that I want to order. I was going to give them 4.5 stars for this reason, but I decided nope, because sometimes it can be beneficial, which it was for me. They do not do pre-orders. And at first I thought of this as a negative thing, but recently there's been a big fiasco, particularly with Kpopmart and people who ordered the BTS DVD, where they have basically sold too many and there was like something wrong with the production. And anyway, they only got so many, so like a lot of people got their orders cancelled. And I would have been one of those people, because I missed the pre-orders and all of a sudden they had all disappeared and I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? And I'm like, okay, last resort is going to have to be CatchopCD. Like, are they going to get some in? And it just so happened they did. And there you go, it was beneficial for me that I didn't pre-order it from Kpopmart, because look what happened to so many people, whereas I waited and CatchopCD had it in stock and I ordered it and that's it, finished. So otherwise I would have had them 4.5 stars, but this is very much deserving of 5 stars. Very, very much deserving of 5 stars. And another thing, which I guess is like a negative-ish thing, it doesn't really apply to me because I don't necessarily order posters anyway, but they do not do posters. They don't do posters. And they also, they don't do like any other kind of things like merchandise or things like that. They're just like CDs and DVDs. That's it. But for me, that's more than enough. And honestly, love, love, love CatchopCD. Cannot fault them at all. Not at all. Such a great place. I would recommend everyone to go and buy from there. I don't quite know if it'll get to you as quick as it did to me. Like, I can't guarantee you anything about that, but as I said, their prices, their customer service, and their packaging, I can vouch for that totally. But of course, it depends where you live, how fast it's going to get to you. But yeah, so CatchopCD. And lastly, we have YesAsia. And for YesAsia, I have given them 2 stars because I just never have any positive experiences with them. Their customer service is shit. It honestly is. YesAsia used to be like my go-to place for Japanese singles because at the time that's the only place that I knew that sold them. And they used to take a while for to ship them out. And then it used to take like 5, 6, even sometimes 7 weeks to get to me. And packages, yes, packages, not just package, but packages have been lost. And it's been a whole big thing just to get them to send me out the stuff that I have paid for. And they're like quite bitchy about it. I remember it must have been like the second time that it happened, because the attitude that I got from one of the customer service people I just did not like. So one of my packages hadn't shown up, and of course they always give you the same thing, oh well, wait until like a certain time and then we'll see. So this time passed, and then eventually after like some push and pull, they say, okay, we will like resend out your package. And this woman was like to me, oh, I would recommend that maybe this time you pay for EMS shipping for your package. And I'm like, eh? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to pay EMS shipping for something that I've been waiting on for like 10 weeks when it wasn't even my fault that it's been lost? And fair enough, it's not their fault either, but why are you telling me to pay for EMS shipping? Like, don't even suggest that to me. I kind of felt like to me that because it had happened more than once, that they were kind of like almost implying that I was lying about it, which honestly is not that deep. I'm not going to go through all of that just to get like a $10 CD. No. And then there has been other times where you order something and they can't source it, and instead of giving you a refund, they give you YesAsia credit, which is bullshit. Like, just give me my money back. Because then you're forced to basically spend this money in YesAsia when you could maybe go and find the CD somewhere else and use that money to pay for it. Their packaging as well is not always the best. No, my friend recently, she got the Win Epilogue DVD. Now that's like it's not big in size, but it's quite thick and really heavy. And they decided that for this DVD, which cost like $50, that it was a good way to package it by putting it in like a layer, or at the most like 2 layers of bubble wrap and in a packaging bag. No, you don't do that. Like, even just for one CD from Kpopmart, they would send it to me in a box. So what makes you think that for a $50 DVD, you're going to be sending it in a packaging bag? Not even a bubble mailer, a packaging bag. I send like t-shirts and dresses and things like that in packaging bags. I'm not going to send DVDs and things like that. And yeah, safe to say that it came in damaged. And Shawo360 as well, she had a similar problem with SHINee's newest Japanese album. Again, cost her a lot of money, like around about $50. And it was the same kind of packaging, like a layer or 2 of bubble wrap and in a packaging bag. What makes you think people want to spend $50 on an item for it not to even be like looked after and appreciated for the value that it is? A little bit of attention and care would be much appreciated for everyone, I think. And another thing which I don't like is that they advertise free shipping, like if you spend a certain amount, which sometimes it can work out, but sometimes it just really does not. I'll give you an example. The Kpoptown package that I got last week, I always check out different prices from places, and I went to YesAsia because I had a $5 coupon. So I put in my cart the Shiny Seasons Greetings and the V Hip Hop Monster. And even taking into consideration this $5 coupon, it was still more expensive than Kpoptown. Why is that? Because they hike up the prices. So they might say to you that it's free shipping, but really it's kind of like the shipping is almost incorporated into the actual price of the items. That's the way that it seems to have worked, because I don't understand how even with a $5 coupon it still ends up being more expensive than somewhere else. But the only good points that I have to say about YesAsia, their sales stuff can be really, really good. You can find some really, really good deals there. And that is basically like the only time I buy from them. Or I'll buy from them if I missed like an autographed album on M-Wave. I'll go and check out YesAsia and see if they have it, which is a good point. I would tell you all, if you miss one on M-Wave, check out YesAsia, because more often than not, they do have them. Which is what happened with me with GOT7's Mad Album. And this is just like a little thing, but I appreciate it. With their autographed albums, they put them in like plastic baggies. So they're like the only place I know that do that, because M-Wave do not do that. But, you know, it's like a little thing which I appreciate, because you do want to protect your autographed albums, but not everyone has the access to these types of bags or know where to get them. Or, you know, even if you do get them, you don't know about which size to get, or you'd need to buy them in bulk. So that they put them in like a resealable bag, I really appreciate that. But apart from that, no, YesAsia is not for me, and I give it 2 stars. Oh, well, okay, just as well that we're coming to the end of this video, because my battery is running low and therefore it flashes off. But I hope that maybe this video has been helpful for some people. I've definitely got like a sore throat now because I've just rambled on for about half an hour, but of course this is my experience, but I really do hope that it helps out if maybe even some people are looking to buy from somewhere else, or they're not sure about somewhere. I think that I have been pretty fair in what I have to say about the places, and as honest as I could be. You know, if they have good feats, then I will also note those. But, you know, that doesn't mean that there's not bad things about them. And, yeah. So, that's been me. Thank you for watching. Bye!